Hi guys, good morning. おはようございます。Good morning everybody and to everybody in other parts of the world. Good afternoon and good evening to you. Take whichever one it is that applies to you. Hey there. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Kamishiro Taishi, the translator, and we are here today for another live translating stream of Secret Org. Today is volume 5, chapter 3. Yesterday, you guys seem to really love yesterday's chapter, huh? And the Hasama-san. Yesterday's chapter, the one with the old man. You guys seem to really like it. Which makes me happy. Which makes me very happy. Today is a little bit different. I don't know if you've noticed, but hey, look at my avatar. Look at my avatar. It does this. It does all this. I'm using VTube Studio today. I'm trying like this other one. So we'll see how it goes. Alright. 早速始めたいと思います。Let's get started. はさまさんは一人で超能力を鍛え直したいというようなのがノーヒントです。おそらく辛いのでそれとなくヒントを出した。具体的には手紙を送った。はだまさんsaid he wanted to what did I put for 鍛え直す鍛え直す for last time was nope, it wasn't there. So okay, now I was just checking because sometimes like this 鍛え直す means to, you know, dictionary Kiamon, to like retrain himself. Like 鍛え means to train, 直す means to do it again, right? Because Hasama the old man, he claimed that I used it before in like the battlefields of Vietnam and shit. So he's like, yeah, I got this, man. Like, yeah, just leave it to me. I just need to like get myself back in shape and shit. I love this old man. I love this stupid old man. So he's doing it again. So that's what kitai naos means, right? He's gonna kitai, but like he's gonna do it again naos. Normally, this becomes a sort of like keyword that might get like repeated again and again because that's in line with the character. So that's why just now that's why I just now went back to the previous chapter to check if it was used before, and if it was, then I would use the same word that I used there here, but clearly it has not, so we'll just move on. So not move on, so we'll come up with something new for here. So Kitai said he wanted to retrain. Is that a word? It's a retraining. Okay. Well, it is a word. Let's do it. Retrain. Intended on retraining his superpower, but I figured it'd be a bit of a tall order to expect him to figure it out with no hints whatsoever. So I gave him a hint. So I to figure out with no hints, so I gave him a hint. Sounds a bit, you know, do we like that? Do we like that? If no hints whatsoever. Bit of a tall order to expect him to figure it out entirely on his own. So I gave him some hints. Specifically, through a letter. Yeah, I didn't like having the word hint twice in a sentence. I'm a little bit oversensitive when it comes to repetition. It just doesn't read well to me. Alright, 勧誘の時に伝えきれなかったこと、つまり天の岩戸の住所や俺のメールアドレス、ドッグタグを利用した緊急招集法、戦闘スーツは発注して制作中なので後日送ることなどを伝える手紙だ。Through this letter. Can you? Okay. The main purpose of this letter. No. The official purpose of the letter. On the surface level, yes. On the surface level, the letter was. Purpose of the letter was to inform him of the things I missed. Inform him of things I missed. Telling him during my visit. That would be Amano Iwato's address, my mail address. Like, is this a thing though? Like, my mail address, like my email address. That's literally what it says. Meru address. Feels so old. I don't know, man. Do people still use? Well, no, I shouldn't say that. I know, even I still use my mail address. But it's for like official stuff, like when I'm talking to editors and stuff. Feels so weird. Normally it's like maybe like a line group would be too casual. Maybe. Do they have a line group? Do you think they have an Amaterasu line group? That would be so funny. And everybody just sending stamps and shit. Like, Shiota-kun, Toka-chan, a world shadow has appeared in I don't know wherever, and then they send like a Roger stamp or something. That'd be so cute. Dokutaku. The way to make a sudden 緊急招集法。緊急招集。My email is more for spam these days. You don't really see spam anymore though, do you? That's not a thing anymore. They just filter it away for you though, right? The way to use the dog tag to summon the rest of us when in emergency, to inform the rest of us. How about inform the rest of us? So this is a bit different because Kinkyu Shoujuho, so clearly you saw a dictionary that's just calling or convening, so it's calling everybody, but I think in English it would make more sense to be using the dog tag to inform people, then people would come, but you're not telling them to come. I'd still get a fair amount, unfortunately. Whoa, okay. Gmail though, right? Gmail does a pretty good job filtering that sort of stuff away, I think. So like for me, like the kind of like spam, like air quote spam that I get is like sort of like it's stuff that I didn't unsubscribe from yet. You know, it would be stuff like Twitter notifications, like, you know, like so and so has posted a tweet, or like, you know, like or, you know, shopping sites that I forgot to unsubscribe from. Like that's the sort of stuff that would still come through, but like not like random spam, like I don't know, what's an example of spam? I haven't seen him in ages. I don't know. Like this is guaranteed to make your dick bigger. Okay, that's the first thing that came to mind when I thought of spam. But like that's sort of, I don't see that anymore. Like Google does a pretty good job filtering them away. Oh, are you using Outlook? I used Outlook for my office back when I was working in a company. I did not like it. I did not like it. It felt weird. 戦闘スーツを発注して制作中なので、and the fact that we had already put in the order for his battle suit and that it would be delivered at a later date. そしてその中に日々の反復訓練でお疲れのところ申し訳ない。超能力を一般人に目撃されるのを避けてほしいが、目撃さえなければ、ハサマさんの空間能力を使っても構わない。基礎訓練に区切りがつき、応用訓練をする際は、天の岩と地下秘密基地にトレーニングルームがあるので利用していい。などの手がかりは散らばめた。Within the text, though, I sprinkled a bunch of different clues. Within text, however, I sprinkled the real point of the letter, however, was the clues that I sprinkled inside the text. The spam I see most now is like more phishing scams. What are phishing scams? I know that that's a very common. That's like everybody should know this sort of stuff. I never really understood what phishing is. What's phishing? It's phishing? Obtain sensitive information or data, usernames. How did they do that? Oh, I see. And then make you click on the link. I see. Oof. Oh, that seems so sus. I did get one the other day, actually. Thinking about it, I did get one the other day. It wasn't an email. It was an SMS. It was so bad. It was so scary. Well, not scary. I mean, I'm not scared. I'm a big boy. Not scared. But it was like it was from the Hong Kong Post. It was so weird. Phishing is where they try to get you to log into a fake site or respond to an email thinking it's actually saying giveaway account parts. Yeah. Like so I got an SMS supposedly from Hong Kong Post, and then it was a SMS. It said like you have a package waiting for you, but you have to like. The postage is not enough, or something like that, and click this link to pay the rest of it. And then so like I clicked the link, and then it was like a payment page, and then I was supposed to input my credit card information to pay for $1.99 Hong Kong dollars, which makes sense. Like it's like to USD, which is like a few cents. Like it makes sense because that's generally how much postage. Like if it's like a little bit left that is unpaid, it makes sense. $1.99 makes sense. But I was like, hey, hold on a minute, is this really real? And so I actually went to the post office and I was like, hey, so I got this SMS and it says it's from you guys. It has your logo on it. Is this really you guys? And if it is, can I just pay in cash? I don't really want to pay this with a credit card. And they were like, oh, no, this is not us. Look at the tracking number. This is not our tracking number. It's not the right format for our tracking number. And I was like, whew. So that happened. Okay, so that happens in emails. Fair enough. That's scary, man. Kai. 日々の反復訓練でお疲れのところ申し訳ない。I'm sorry to trouble you when you are so busy with your daily training. 反復。Practice by repetition. Okay, in Japanese, yeah, you have to be really careful these days. Yeah, I know, right? What a world, right? What a world we live in. What a world. Basically, just don't give your information to anybody, I guess. So, here, what I'm struggling with is, I'm sorry to trouble you when you're so busy with your daily training, 反復訓練。日々の反復訓練。So, this is supposed to be repeated training, or training that is done by repeating something. But that's obviously way too much of a mouthful. Doing reps every day. Something like that. 超能力を一般人目撃されるのを避けてほしいんが、目撃さえされなければ、はずまさんの空間能力を使っても構わない。As long as it is we do not mind you using your spatial power. When you are in an inconspicuous, when you're out of, as long as you do not get spotted. 超能力一般人目撃されるの so get spotted, right? 避けてほしい we don't want you to be spotted using your power. So as long as you are not spotted, you can use 使って構わない can use your power, your spatial power. I'm just gonna call it a spatial power now, man. Just like I called it a space related power before, but that's a mouthful. And we are still waiting for an official name for what it is that Hasama's universacromere. So it was a combination of universal, right? And sarcomere. So universarcomere. Here I am, learning how to pronounce a word that does not exist. Universarcomere. So we don't actually know what Hasama's universarcomere does. So we have to continue using a standard name for this. Whatever. 基礎訓練に区切りがつき、応用訓練する際には、when you are done, 区切りがつく what つく区切りがつく nope, not a dictionary, so we gotta Google ego punctuates 英会話 So one thing I like to do when it's not in a dictionary, obviously I can do like these dictionaries. So this is sort of like my scale up thing, right? Like when I look up a word. First I use like a quick instant app dictionary. If it doesn't have it, then I mentally consider whether it would help to do it with like a more official Japanese to English dictionary. Sometimes you can just tell like this would be the same as this, so then there's no need to bother. This one is sort of like a Japanese to English dictionary for Japanese people. So the English might not be so good sometimes, but it has like examples and stuff of when people of like text samples of when the word has been used before. But again, it's not perfect. As you see, kukiri gatsuku. This part is gone from their examples. it's half. Sometimes you strike it lucky, sometimes you don't. So I like to just go straight to just Googling it. When you Google it, you get like for some other dictionaries. For example, this is the same one. Or you get these sort of like forums, you know, like where people ask and then like this, and other people answer them. Sometimes it's shit also, but sometimes you strike gold. And basically I just go through all these, and sometimes if it's gold, I can use it as is. Even if it's shit, it could give me like an inspiration for a word that just comes to mind, and then that's what I do. So kukiri ga tsuku. Let's see. Hito kukiri. And it got nothing. Nope. I have to do it myself. I don't want to do this myself. Damn it. Once you gotten far enough with your fundamental. I don't know why I said that in that way. Fundamental. And want to move on to adaptive training. Please feel free to use the training room beneath Ama no Iwato. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Kisokune ni kukiri ga tsuki. Gotten far enough. So kukiri means like when you've gotten to a certain point, and then like that there's a change. You know, like for example, like when I'm translating and then say I finished the entire chapter, right? Which is impossible here, but like say I finished the entire chapter, and then that would be like a good point to like stop. Like it's a certain point which is clearly demarcated point. So that's kukiri, and then tsuku means to reach that point, right? So yeah, sure. When you've gone far enough with fundamental training, kisokunen, and then you want to move on to the adaptive training, and feel free to use. So it's all like, you know, like Sago is being what's the word for it? words running away from me. Screw it. I give up on that sentence. それに対して move on. Fuck. I gave up on the sentence. Screw it. それに対し、はさまさんはWhat is this word? 異彩承知 This fucking old man. He's so oh my god. Details acknowledged. In response, Sama responded with details acknowledged. trying to act cool. This fucking old man trying to act cool. わしのことは親しみを込めてしげじいと呼んでほしいなの練習してきた。慣れならしいぞ、しげじい。He even included a note saying, call me しげじい。親しみを込める。親しみを込める。Affection, familiarity. Call me. Be affectionate and call me. No. That's weird. Hey, I'm just thinking aloud. Why does it have the dot comma over the top of the kanji? That is a good question. This is a thing that you won't see in normal Japanese, because it's not done in normal Japanese, but it's done quite often in light novels, and then like in web novels, and then it becomes transferred to light novels. But basically, they are doing this to indicate emphasis. So that's why I italicized it. It's sort of like to mark in the text. It's from the author to the reader. So it's not something that the characters are doing, right? So it's not like the characters emphasizing the words. It's not like Sago is going, I'm sorry to trouble you when you're so busy doing reps every day. You know, like he's not doing that. This is from the author to the reader, where the author is saying to the reader like, hey, take notice of this. So yeah, I mean we don't have, so yeah, that's what it is. Uh わしのことは親しみを込め Be intimate with me. Be casual with me. Let's be casual. Be familiar. Feel free to call me. Be casual with me. No. 水臭いすんな。Don't be far away. Don't be opposite of casual. Let's flip the sentence. Let's try to flip the sentence around, see if it works. Opposite of casual. So he wants them to be casual. So we're gonna say don't be. These are not the antonyms I want. Don't be formal with me. Yeah, no. Yeah, and now that I have the word, then we can thesaurus this shit. Don't stand on ceremony with me. There's no need to stand on ceremony with me. Feel free to call me Shigeji. Nare shi. One after another. Okay. Now here. Being family. Shigeji. Now you're being over familiar. I might have to think about it later, but the laughing point here is Sago goes like, you're being over familiar, but then he goes ahead and uses the nickname anyway, so Shigeji は雑誌広告の裏に訓練についてのメモや考察を熱心に書き込んでいたので、念力で四六時中ストーキングしなくても訓練方針や内容、手応えはよくわかった。Because Shigeji is very diligent in noting down, making notes regarding his training on the back of a magazine. An advertisement in a magazine. Why? Why is he writing on the back of an advertisement in a magazine? Get a fresh piece of paper. What? This fucking old man, I can't. What space is there behind the advertisement of a magazine? Isn't the back of an advertisement on a magazine just another advertisement? What? Okay, no, I have to look this up. Is this a thing? 雑誌広告の裏。This is 雑誌。裏。Magazine. Back. Is this a thing? Is there space behind the magazine? I don't know. Whatever. Screw it. It's very diligent making notes. Do we want to include this detail? How do we include this detail? In the back of magazine ad. Didn't have to stalk him 24/7. Telekinetically stalk him 24/7. Just by checking his notes. I could everything about his kunnen hoshi, the way he's training. Everything about the way the direction of his training. Direction of his training? Is that a thing in English? Direction of training. Directions training. I feel like this isn't a thing. Nope. The ideas that he was trying and what he was trying and the efficacy, the and effectiveness, how it was turning out was there in his notes. Here we go. I don't know about this one, man. The back of an ad. Why? I don't understand. Do you not have paper? Or notebook. Notebook would be better because a notebook is a lot of paper glued together. But I don't know. This is really triggering me. Apparently, I don't know why, but it's really triggering me. チゲジのユニバーサコミアは例によって最初はクソ雑魚の性能だったが特許力は高かった。Just as it had been with everyone else, Shigeji's Universal Comier was Seno. Had it performance to start. Started out being laughably weak. Okay. Probably better not to use the word shit in narration because shit sort of it connotates a certain emotion and we want to leave that out of the narration. What an interesting place to keep track of notes. Dude, man, honestly, man, I don't know. I have said what I wanted to say. I don't understand it. But it is what it is. However, 特許力は高かった。Stamina was quite Remarkable. 俺の念力菌や翔太君のアイステロイドと同じで出力を上げようとすると負荷がかかって疲れるが、最低出力なら最初から時間制限がない。成長ペースは2日に一度、成長率は 1.7 倍。When he pushed his output higher, it would burden pushing his output higher would burden the muscle, but just like my teleki muscle and Shota-kun's ice steroid. This is how I spelled it. This is how I spelled it. Glossary! Glossary, help me. Ice, 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 baby. There we go. Leave. As long as he kept it at the lowest output, we could keep it activated at the lowest output for literally as long as he wanted. And there was no time limit. There was no limit to how long. Okay, I like that better. There was no limit to how long he could keep it activated at the lowest output. I think that's a bit better because this is slightly different, right? This basically says there's no limit. It just says outright there's no limit. Here, this one, it implies that there's no limit because it says as long as he wants, but it's implied. So I sort of prefer this to this. It's a bit more clear, maybe? Maybe that's the word. Maybe that's not the word. Whatever, moving on. 成長ペースは2日に一度、成長率は 1.7 倍。His growth. Oof. He could train once every 2 weeks. Right. He could train once every 2 days. I said weeks, didn't I? Days. Once every 2 days. And his rate of his growth rate was 1.7 times. Is it times? And his growth rate was 1.7. Yeah, maybe it's not. Whatever. Moving on. Think about it later. シゲジの空間能力を発動すると一種の悪感のようなものが生成するらしい。この悪感はシゲジ本人の体内に生まれる。When Shigeji activated his spatial power, a unique akukan, other dimension, right? hyperspace. Now we're breaking out the big words. What's the difference between hyperspace and subspace? What is the difference between wow, all these. Hyperspace and subspace. Hyperspace is that lane to the right where everybody walks faster. Only technically, that lane would be shorter rather than people walking faster. Subspace is like an escalator. What? Subspace is part of the belt on the underside of the escalator that pulls the real space up. So subspace doesn't really exist. Okay, it does exist, but nobody travels through it. Using subspace, you take the existing map and pinch and fold it. Hyperspace is an alternate map. And the points correspond to the other. Okay, so hyperspace is an actual space. Subspace is not an actual space. You use it to manipulate real space. Wow. What is Shigeji's thing? He's both. He's both, isn't he? So now I'm just talking from the future because I've read the rest of the volume and I know what his powers are, but I think he's both. He can do both things. He can create portals for instant transportation, for instant teleportation. Not teleportation. Is it called teleportation? Yeah, teleportation, right? He can make portals. So like, you go into a portal in Tokyo and then you can come out of the portal in Kaburaki-san's magic castle. That's what they do. So that's subspace. But he can also basically do the whole inventory thing. So that's hyperspace. Ooh. Can we combine the two? Okay, never mind. For now, this part is talking about the hyperspace. So let's unique hyperspace is generated within his own body. 最初は超能力を使うと体の中に何かができるということしかわからなかった。Let's start. Oh, good. Tell was that there was something that was happening within his body whenever he used his power. 次に超能力を何度も発動させたり中断したりして検証しているうちにしばらく発動させてから中断すると腹から空気がせり上がってゲップが出ることに気づいた。I think they're both fictional, whereas subspace is for data communication and hyperspace is where ships' physical things go to travel faster than light. Honestly, I'm gonna have to think about which one to do properly because hyperspace is an actual space. You know what? Never mind. I'll think about it later when I have more of the passage to sort of reference. 発動させてから呼吸を止めたまま発動中止を繰り返したり。 アロマの煙。体内に取り込んだものを格納する。解除されると、格納されていたものを解放される。なるほど。次に、next。超能力を何度も発動させたり、中断したりして検証している。As he continued using his power again and again, he noticed that when he disengaged it, when he stopped using it, yeah, okay, the repetition is just going off the charts here. I'm gonna do it later. Air would come up from his stomach and he would burp up air from his stomach. Let's see if we can finish this. We don't have much time left. そこから呼吸を止めたまま発動中止を繰り返したり。After that, he tried canceling. He tried different things, such as canceling his power while holding his breath, activating his power while dunking his head inside his bath water, dunk his head underwater while in the bath. That's better. And breathing in normal air and aroma no kemuri and light no incense air. Incense air? Is that what you call it? Incensed air. No, that's not it. Is it just incense? At the end of all his experiments, he concluded that when I use my universal mirror, hyperspace pocket is created inside my body. That stores whatever I put inside. Stores whatever enters my body. Yeah, just repetitions, whatever. we're trying to end this up. When the space is cancelled, destroyed, space is destroyed. When the space is pulverized, dismantled. Nope. Stop using my power. The space is dismantled and everything that had been inside becomes released. だから能力発動中に呼吸すれば空気を空間に溜め込み解放と同時にゲップが出る。That was why if he breathed, if he inhaled while using his power. The air actually got stored inside the hyperspace pockets and came back out as a burp when he stopped using his power. Dude, like the repetitions off the friggin' charts. I can't even. But I will think about it. I will work on it later. And that's gonna be the end of today's stream. Thank you for coming to watch. Thank you for coming to watch. Especially Fusion. Thank you for all the comments. After this, I will be right. So as always, this chapter is going to go up on the website next Saturday. Yeah. After this, I am translating real time in Koko Kaicho's Reddit review stream. And this afternoon, so that's 3 hours later, I've joined a Minecraft server for VTubers, and I'm gonna be hopping on for the first time, and I'm so freaking excited for that. So if you're free, go check that out. Minecraft. It's been ages since I played Minecraft. But yeah, thanks for joining. A bit of repetition. A bit. You are very nice, kind sir. Kind sir, you are very nice. It's not a bit. It's a fuck ton. I don't want to look at it right now. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again next week, I suppose. Or in any of the other things I mentioned. So, bye!